Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We as human beings talk to everyone around us all the time about every single topic, be it politics, be it a healthy diet, climate change, or social norms, the societies, and everything. But the only one person we will never talk to in this whole world till our death is ourselves. We are so concerned about everybody that we start disconnecting with ourselves. And we do not normalize this as human beings and how important self-assessment is. We need to dig deep down ourselves to see our shortcomings. Because if you don't, you start losing yourself. I have an anger problem, or I cannot focus on one thing at a time, or I leave things incomplete, or I'm not a great listener, or I need to set boundaries for myself, or I'm not a practicing Muslim, or I need to recite Quran daily, or I need to go to the masjid more often. We are so focused in solving other people's problems that we neglect ours until they become so monstrous that they come back and eat us up. And there's no way back because we are so habitual of them. Just as humans, we try to fix our body problems, our physical problems. Similarly, we should try to fix our spiritual deficiencies, our spiritual problems as well. Spiritual disease is also a form of intoxication, just as a bad diet is for our body. If we keep on, indulging junk food and we keep on eating trash every single day, we'll end up with so many diseases that we cannot imagine. And likewise is the case with our spiritual health. So the one thing that's going to take you away from this, and the one thing that will fix all this mess inside your heart and your soul and your body, is having love and fear of Allah at the same time. Now, it's an irony that Muslims, especially, we just want to talk about Allah's love and mercy, but we will never talk about fear of Allah. If we don't have fear of Allah, we will not have a purpose in our life, because there is no check and balance and there is no alarm system inside us. Fear it's a necessity. It's an important instinct for survival. It's not something bad. It's not something negative. If we don't fear a fire, we will go and jump into it. And just as Allah commands us in the Quran, when we open it, the first ayah is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim are the extreme form of love and mercy of Allah. In the same way, Allah asks us in Quran to fear Him by the term Khashiyatullah. Khashiyatullah is like fear of Allah. If you have taqwa, you will fear Allah. Because fear is not doing an action because you are scared of its consequences. There's an important saying, I am forgetting who said that. Was it a Sahabi or somebody? That fear Allah as you see Him. And if you cannot see Him, He is constantly seeing you. So you got to internalize that, especially the young listeners out there. When you're alone, you need to internalize that Allah is always and always watching you. If you're a mom and dad and you have kids, you're going to spoil your kids if you just constantly give them love and they don't have fear of parents in their heart. They know that they're going to do something bad, and there is a check and balance, and that kid is also emotionally intelligent, and he knows his limits and boundaries, and he will be a very good kid, trust me. And similarly, if there's no fear of getting a ticket on a traffic light, everybody would be running a red light. That's the reason they have that speed cameras there. That's the reason the crime rate is lower where there is a more number of police officers or more patrolling. You will never see robbers or more break-ins in that area. So now I'm going to tell you the two major and important benefits of having fear of Allah in your heart. The number one, first and foremost, is that you will stop committing haram acts that displeases Allah, and that will only be by the mercy of Allah. You will be amazed to see that there are so many things that you didn't have control of, and you were so habitual that it's because of Allah's mercy you will stop doing that. And number two is that Allah will take away fear of His creation from your heart, and it will be such a peaceful heart. Fear of poverty, sustenance, fear of reliance on others, fear of losing someone, fear of theft, fear of anything. And these two are such great blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on us, that a person who has khashiyatullah and who has love of Allah inside his heart, he's the most tranquil soul a Muslim can imagine. May Allah make our hearts filled with His love and fear, and may Allah make it easier for us to self-assess ourselves and fix ourselves physically, emotionally, mentally, and be a better Muslims. Jazakallah.